Well, another week has passed, and it's time for another Sunday message. I gotta show you these spider webs though. Check out these spider webs. Look at that. The thing is, there's thousands of them. So my name is Mark Shepard, and I am being called to do a number of things. And one of the things I'm being called to do is to turn the camera on Sunday mornings and reflect on the week and the things I've learned, the things that have happened here on the farm. And last week, I did the Sunday message early because I once a month go down to Unity Church in Albany and do music with the Unity Church in Albany music team for their congregation and visit my girlfriend and deliver meat to the members of Healing Pastures who are supporting this creation of a farm. So last week, I had gotten a phone call from a guy who lives here on this farm, and he had told me I had to move my dogs because they were bothering the elderly woman who lives in the house. And so that stirred up a lot for me, a lot of emotion, a lot of trauma, and I'm embarrassed to say I blubbered on the camera. At the same time, recognizing that something good would come out of it. And I was on my way down to Albany Friday, and I got a call from the owner of the land. He called me and said he had talked to Isis and that she was fine with the dogs. So this, I don't know what happened, but the question is, into each life some rain shall fall, right? And so that was my theme last week. And the landowner was like, if Isis is fine, I'm okay with you staying here. So Tuesday, I actually saw Isis, and I went and said hi to her, and we had a little chat. She invited me into her house and showed me, pictures of some heritage breed animals, both cows and sheep and pigs and stuff like that. And we had a great conversation. And her only concern was in the winter if the dogs were tied up and barking out of pain. And I'm like, no, they're happy outside. That's what they are basically designed to do. It was all good. It was like, where did this storm come from? Right? And the landowner confirmed that, like, anytime he's had conversations with this guy, who shall remain nameless, it's just been like kind of a lot of mind games, a lot of manipulation. And so I was confirmed that, okay, maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe somebody else is crazy. Maybe, and it turns out this guy has been bothered by me because he hunts turkeys over here. May is turkey season. But the landowner said the guy doesn't even have permission to hunt turkeys over here. So the setup here is the week started out a lot better this past week. I had a good connection with Isis, and it's just boggling my mind how much happened. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I visited my friends at Adirondack Growers again, and you guys have seen the beauty that they bring into the world. And then Thursday, my dog, Luna, got into a porcupine. Somehow, behind the electric netting, she got porcupined. So Thursday evening, it was finding a vet, because I don't have a vet, and evidently You can't find a vet on a Thursday evening up here. There are no emergency vets, but I was finally able to find a guy named Dr. Java, and he saw her and he took exquisite care of her. And so we got the quills out, and she's fine now. And then Friday morning, I got a call from Corey's wife, Sarah, that a lamb had been born. So the whole length of that story, I'm sorry it's so long, but is that things happen, waves of energy. Emotions are energy. Emotions are waves of energy. And all my life I have struggled with the fact that I feel things, and I've always felt ashamed of that. I've always kind of, the story in my family, and families are supposed to tease us. Hey, baby. The story in my family is that I was too sensitive. Too sensitive. If you grow up being told you're too sensitive, but no one tells you how to change that or how to manage it, then you just feel bad about yourself. So the fact that emotions move through me intensely has forced me to be a songwriter, and writing songs helps me to release the emotions. So, in one of the few places where men are allowed to express emotions without becoming prey is in church, in spiritual settings, in 12-step groups, right? Hey, baby, how you doing? Gotta flip the camera while I gather my thoughts. Good morning. How are my puppies? Let's see if... Hey, that's my girl. How's your face? She's so much better now. And here's Mr. Spike. Unfortunately, it's too windy here. So let me give you your medicine, and then I gotta find a place out of the wind to finish this. Oh, there we go. Let's zoom in. There's our little baby. So it's Sunday, it was Friday, so she's doing okay, or he's doing okay. Great Judy's advice is always leave the sheep alone when they're lambing. Don't mess with them. So that's what we're doing. But I thought maybe there might be more, because once they start, they all go. All right, I gotta get back to the Sunday message here. So, in the process of this week, it's hard to come up with a short little message because so much happened. I have a dog who keeps walking in front of me. Yes, I will play with you later. I'm doing the Sunday message. Look at him. He doesn't walk next to me. He leans into me. Leans into me. You are such a good boy. Yes, you are. Okay. All right. I got to get this done, and then I'll come back. So all is well on the farm. But everything that happens in our lives can serve a purpose if we allow it to. It doesn't mean we don't feel the emotions. And it doesn't mean we don't get angry when someone violates our boundaries. It doesn't mean we're nicey-nicey all the time. It means that we feel real feelings and we do our best to own our piece of it. We do our best when energy and emotion comes up. We do our best to process through it, to learn from it, to use it, to allow it to bring us closer or to force us to open our mouths and speak things with love. So another thing that happened this week was I submitted songs to the Posi Awards. And this is an organization that had given me an award for Together We Could Change the World. And it's kind of a Unity Church-based group of people who are trying to encourage songwriting that's positive and healing and has spiritual but not religious themes. One of the songs I submitted is Break the Wine Glass. And Break the Wine Glass was inspired by a Rumi poem. And I want to read the poem to you, and I want to talk about the song a little bit, and then I'm going to play the song for you. That's the Sunday message. That's what I'm working on today. Because there's so much. There's so much, and I don't know where to even begin to pull it all together, and maybe I will by the end of this. We'll see. So here's the poem. It's the new rule. It's the old rule that drunks have to argue and get into fights. The lover is just as bad. He falls into a hole, but down in that hole he finds something shining, worth more than any amount of money or power. Last night the moon came dropping its clothes in the street. I took it as a sign to start singing, falling up into the bowl of the sky. The bowl breaks, everywhere is falling everywhere. Nothing else to do. Here's the new rule. Break the wine glass and fall towards the glass blower's breath. Break the wine glass. Fall into the breath of the glass blower. Break the boundaries that used to keep you small. Break the silence. Fall into the breath of the sound. Break the patterns. Fall to your knees on the ground. And on the way, you might notice a flower growing out of the cracks in the sidewalk. And on the way, you may notice the power you have to walk your talk and dance into your dreaming. People, I am attempting to walk my talk. All my life I have been running away from being a minister. Because every time I tried, I got tangled up in things that I couldn't deal with or manage or process or understand or express properly. But at this point in my life, I have no choice. Growing food, creating a farm where animals can live their lives as closely as nature intended, as closely to nature as possible. But it's not just about the food. It's not just about the animals. It's about our place in the world and how we can become more than we have been. How we can support each other to live lives of purpose and meaning. And it's not a smooth road. Sometimes it's rocky. Sometimes it's beautiful. I mean, look at this. Sometimes it's just darn hard. Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's too hot. Sometimes it's just perfect. But I would say every day is perfect, no matter what comes up, no matter what surprises are in store. You know, to come and see that your dog is in so much pain with porcupine quills sticking out of her nose, That's hard. But God created the porcupine too, right? God created curiosity in dogs and cats and other animals that often gets them in trouble. And ultimately, everything is God. These spider webs that are all over, oh my gosh, they are God. Something eats them, they eat something else. But if it's all God, it's all about transformation. And the form of an animal or the form of a human, the form of a tree, a plant, an insect, these are forms. These are the wine glass. The wine glass is the form. Break the wine glass. Fall into the breath of the glass blower. Fall into the breath of the glass blower. I don't know if I pulled it together or not, but it's time to send out prayers, people. And I want to thank all of you for the prayers you sent to me last week when I was just struggling with what do I do, what's going on. And I want to send out prayers to my neighbors, neighbors across the street, the Roadies. They have, I think they're the 8th generation of farmers in that location. And Bill Roadie passed away a couple months ago. So prayers to the Roadie family. They had a wonderful memorial service there at the farm yesterday. And I didn't know Bill that well, but I had tears streaming down my face because of the love that people had for him. That is the greatest gift we can give each other, is to do the best to live our lives from a place of love and encouragement. And he was very active in my dad's church, the Canton Presbyterian Church, and also in the Little Brick Chapel that has been kind of the family church. And it was beautiful. So prayers to the Roadies. Prayers to you, my friend, who watches this. And if you do watch this, I could really use some comments below. And give it a thumbs up. All that kind of stuff. Those, for me, are prayers that can be made manifest in the world. And so that's it for the Sunday message. I think it's May 14th, 2023. Peace, love, and grooviness. Amen.
Break the wine glass, fall into the breath of the glass blower. Break the boundaries that used to keep you small. Break the silence, fall into the breath of the sound. Break the patterns, fall to your knees on the ground. And on the way you might notice a flower growing out of a crack in the sidewalk. And on the way you might notice the power you have to walk your talk and dance into glimpse the world through the gardener's eyes. Has her heart hardened? Is there no room left for surprise? Break it open, scatter the seeds of surrender. Water them well, do your best to protect the tender. And on the way you might notice a flower growing out of a crack in the sidewalk. And on the way you might notice the power you have to walk your talk and dance into your dreaming. Your greatest weaknesses are also your greatest strength. Your greatest failures may just have been heaven sent. Will the wind break you or lift you up off of the ground? Will the wind break you or merely bow you down? Bow you down. And on the way you might notice a flower growing out of a crack in the sidewalk. And on the way you might notice the power you have to walk your talk and dance into your dreaming. And on the way you might notice a flower growing out of a crack in the sidewalk. And on the way you might notice the power you have to walk your talk and dance into your dreaming. Break the wine glass, fall into the breath of the glass blower.
Thanks for watching the song as well, Break the Wine Glass. I think it's one of my better songs. Feels good. It was one of the first songs that I recorded when I was learning to record myself, and I didn't record myself playing all the instruments, which I do now, but it was a big step on the way to that. So I'm gonna leave you guys with some animals. sure you want to see the lamb. And thanks for joining us. And there'll be more coming. I think there's a lot of babies about to be born, and that's a good thing. Peace, love, grooviness. Amen. And this portion of the program has been brought to you by Old Man Sunglasses. You know, kids, ever since I've been wearing Old Man Sunglasses, I have felt mature, independent, wise, strong, and healthy. So you might want to try it. Old Man Sunglasses. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. So I just got Luna back from the vet. She got porcupined, even though she was inside the electric netting. I don't know how that happened, but before I lose the light, I just want to show you what a lovely walker she is. Of course, she's coming off the tranquilizer, but found a really good vet. And I want to thank Dr. Java, as in Java the coffee. Mom and lamb seem to have bonded quite well. And I'm not going over there because I don't want the dogs to, they follow me everywhere. So, but the dogs seem to be very respectful. How you doing, Luna? Luna seems to have survived her porcupine incident. And I am rolling up fences this morning. And it's so beautiful and it's so quiet, and I am healed. There you go. Feel better now? I feel better now. This is Bella. We're expecting her to give birth any day now. I don't know, I'd say she looks pretty good.